This week 5 fantasy football and Thursday night football props edition of the Stephie Smalls Show on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking up new customers. Just play $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you use code SMALLS. And the SGPN merch store sale ends tomorrow. Promo code football to get 25% off. Get yourself a Stephie Smalls Show hat and let's yap.
Stephie touch balls, betting it all on the power bottom false top drop the football. Like hopes they've been teasing, they're missing the fall season. ACL twisted, bank account freezing, but Smalls cut the shots like some more co-reading. Leaderboard rising while the slot machine's ringing. She's slinging player stats like Nostradamus. $100 bills raining down upon us.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. We are back for the fantasy episode. It's Tuesday, so that means pump and dump fantasy questions from you guys. We'll do a little extra holes with producer Ryan capping out for the Thursday night football, talk about our Circa Millions. But before we do that with producer Ryan, we have to bring on Nicky the Good. This is a fan favorite. This is a Stephie Smalls Show. Look at this. People were already excited to have you on before you even got here. How's it going?
It's great. It's great. Actually, it's terrible. All my sports teams are in shambles in one way or another. But you know, we're doing all right. So the beat goes on. You know the deal.
Yeah, the chat wants to know before we talk about anything else, how you're feeling about the Mets.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you follow me on Twitter, you know that I've been, it's been a rough, I guess, 3 months for me with the Mets. They're my clear-cut number one team. I live and die by them. They've disappointed me more times in my life than I can count. So I like to say that I'm kind of numb to this type of stuff. People are trying to really, they're trying to pile on, but I think I'm just impervious to this at this point. So bring it. I welcome it. If you want to troll, just remember the troll toll always comes back around.
Hell yeah.
Just remember that, folks.
Hell yeah. And then I guess before we talk about that, we obviously need to bring up let's get a temperature check on our New York Giants.
Oh, listen. You got to look at it this way. Obviously, the temperature check would have been through the roof if Nabers didn't get hurt, right? Like that, if he didn't go down with such a horrific injury, that absolutely just, it just takes the wind out of the sails for the entire season, no matter how you slice it. But the fact that Dart came out and had that type of game, and we saw a mobile quarterback, looking like a star, getting his players involved. Then you just see Scadaboo, and then the defensive line starting to get into it.
I know.
It's not just about wins and losses this year. This is the first year where you can say culture might be changing. And there's nothing better than having a great culture in football. You have to have that in order to win a Super Bowl. Yeah. And I'm not interested in, a good season. I don't care about those. I care about getting back to the mountaintop. And we've been there. I've seen it twice in my lifetime, in my prime at least. So I'm ready to get back there, and I feel like this is the first time I can actually root for them on a Sunday in good faith.
Yeah, I think it's the first time. And you came on, I think, during the summer. We talked about how really this season, I don't care what the record is. To be quite honest, this team very much still needs a high draft pick. So, I'm okay with us. I want to see that they're in games and the guys are bought in and they're fighting, and we're seeing what we have in these we're seeing what we have in some of these. So I'm excited with what this defense looks like. Scadaboo is a psychopath. It's awesome. We haven't had a guy that brings violence back to the team in a long time. Absolutely love that. The pass rush is nasty. Obviously with Nabers, it sucks. He's a superstar. He is the face of the team. It sucks. It's going to suck no matter. He's our wide receiver one.
Yeah, and the thing is that, you're not going to be able to see that full year of chemistry with Dart.
Right, you got not even a full half.
Yeah, so you really don't have that going for you. But you're still going to be able to evaluate him and see what he can do with an offense. And the narrative going into next season, depending on where we net out, is going to be, he did this without Nabers. What can he do when he has him, right? What's it going to be a full season with Nabers and Dart and Scadaboo, and then whoever else we bring in with that high draft pick, because it's going to be high. I'm telling everyone now, it's not going to be 1, 2, or 3, but I can see us picking in the top 10 still.
Yeah, I think 7, 8, 9 is where I see us landing. Somewhere in that realm feels about right.
Yeah, and I think, that's a perfect spot for like an O-lineman, an O-lineman, like we can actually not have to worry about like, oh my God, we need to fold the entire season and nothing matters until we get a quarterback. That's hopefully done. And then we could just move on to the next phase, which is like building the team around the damn guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll transition this very nicely into fantasy for pump and dumps. Waiver wire wise, Wandale and Slayton are going to be what everyone talks about as far as picking up guys. I was kind of perusing, if you will, what some people were saying about them. And I think there's a little bit of a misconception with how Wandale has been used this year, and a lot of emphasis on what Slayton has done in the past. My gut does say to pick up Slayton, but I think it makes sense from where we're at this season to go with Wandale, who's only 43% rostered. Where are you at with that?
With the Giants, I don't think there's going to be as many like touchdowns as people think.
Right.
I think Dart's going to be running. I think we're going to try and run the ball and establish the run like every game, control the clock, not put the defense in bad spots. I think this is no longer going to be the running gun offense. Like, I can see Theo Johnson being probably the best pickup out of like.
God, he drives me nuts though. What is with him?
Right, but from a fantasy perspective, I can see him getting. I just got to fix my hat real quick. This is crazy.
Okay.
Repping all of wrestling right now. Shout out.
I love it.
But I see legit, like I could just see him getting a ton of like garbage time points. I think he could be someone you look at, but I mean, I'm getting Slayton. I'm not Wandale. We've seen it enough. I don't think Dart's play is going to make him into an extraordinary player. No. I think Slayton's the guy to go get, but I'm not terribly high on either one of them, to be honest.
Yeah. I think like it depends what you're chasing here. Like, I think if you're chasing targets, Wandale is probably the route. If you're chasing, it just depends what you're looking for. I think Theo probably has more upside as far as like a scoring perspective goes, especially with a younger quarterback. But I don't know that either. I think it's going to be really frustrating. I think they're all three going to be very frustrating to have in fantasy because it's going to be a week-to-week thing.
I mean, they're a bye-week filler. These are bye-week fillers. These are like, this is like, I mean, I'm in a 16-team. My primary league is a 16-team, so it's super deep. And I'm like that. I would think about making them my flex. And that's when you have nobody available.
100%.
So to me, it's a bye-week filler type deal. Not something you should stress about. Not something you should be putting like 30% of your fab on if you have it. You should hold that off for something a little bit more valuable. Like I spent big on Troy Franklin from Denver a few weeks ago because he has depth of target. Yeah. And I have more faith that they're going to throw more touchdowns despite the fact that they don't even throw the ball that much. So that's where I'm at with the Giants. Overall, though, like for fantasy, like
who are you picking up? Who are you picking up here this week? Anyone?
This week, so Giants D actually. So Giants D. I didn't pick them off the waivers. I actually just traded for them this morning. I traded the rookie kid out of Tennessee for the rookie receiver from Tennessee. I can never say his name, for the Giants D because I have the Pittsburgh D. So I actually picked up the Giants D this week. If I'm looking at it, I'm just going to bring up kind of the players here. Yeah. So if I'm just looking at in terms of like who I'm looking at. So you have, I like the Dallas kids, those Dallas receivers. You might try and get them while you can.
Especially those deeper leagues. Like I do think that.
Yeah, like I'm in a 60. So when I'm looking at this, I look at like extremely deep, right? Like my lens of fantasy is probably a little bit deeper than the majority of people. But like Turpin is probably someone that I would take a flyer on. I think he's like 15% maybe owned. I'm not sure at this point, but he's probably someone that I would put at the top of my list just because I think, they got to throw deep to somebody. Like they got, they got to extend the field somehow. And if it's not Pickens, it's probably going to be him.
Sure. Yeah. A couple of the names I'll throw out for people, especially like a deeper league. Isaiah Bond. This is a kid that would have likely gone day 2 without that legal stuff. Tillman just went on IR, second most targets on the team last week. He's playing 55% of the snaps. And like you've seen since week 1, his production has just continued to increase. He also leads the team in average separation yards. I also think at some point, I don't know when it's going to be, but I do think we see a change in quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know, but I can imagine it's a little bit better than what we're getting from Flacco right now for a piece like this. So he's an interesting piece if you're in a deeper league. Any other receivers that stand out to you?
Maybe not a receiver, but I think if Darren Wall is available, you maybe want to take a little,
especially this week because the Panthers stink.
Exactly. So like I mean from receivers are tough because I feel like you're only going to get your breakouts in receivers. This is probably it. Like after this week, you're not going to find a diamond in the rough.
Sure.
Like you're not. That's why I put a lot of money on a Franklin, right? Like early, because you don't know what you're going to get, right? I'm seeing the targets go up. I don't necessarily there's going to be anything, but I would say that right now, like if you wanted to take a flyer on someone, that Darren Waller and Theo Johnson are two guys that I would say like start looking at that, because also if you're that Browns, if you own one of the Browns tight ends, like for example you just brought up, right, the quarterback change, Flacco throws to the tight ends. If he's gone, you may need to go someplace else. You may not be able to bank on.
Like if Bannon and stuff, you won't be able to go that way. Sure.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking there. And then just wide receiver. I mean, Bond is fine. I see that Marvin Mims, if he's out there, Mims might be someone that you could, like a burner that you can look at. Michael Wilson, if he's available on Arizona. These are type of guys that I like if I'm going at the waiver wire going into week 5 or whatever. You're probably potentially having a bye. Like you probably have a bye and you need to pick a spot.
Sure.
I would look for upside. And all the guys that I'm listing, I think could score a touchdown.
Yeah. Another tight end. I'll mention one more tight end. I know I've been mentioning him every week. I've been mentioning him all preseason too. His rookie tight end for the Jets, Mason Taylor. 13 targets last 2 weeks. I absolutely adore him. I think we just saw him get heavily involved. They play the Cowboys this week. We've seen the Cowboys. That defense is not good. So I'm okay with you starting anyone against Dallas that you want. And I feel the same way with the Jets. So it's those two sides of the story. Go ahead and pick who you want.
I have a theory that the only reason that Dart wasn't in earlier is because of the Dallas Cowboys fooling us into thinking that Russ was going to have a reclamation progress here. You know what I'm saying? Like that their defense is duty balls. It's bad. So you can expect, if that's another thing, if you're just looking for a waiver wire pickup or you're looking at
matchups, we have enough sample size now too, where it's go look who's giving up the most points. You literally Google it. Just go look who's giving up the most points to what position and pick up someone.
Find wide receiver 3s that are facing the Cowboys. And just if you have a lineup where, because there's tons of injuries across the board. I mean,
sure.
Tyreek Hill goes down, Nabers goes down. So there's going to be a frenzy out there for wide receivers because none of those guys were taken in the late end of the round. So people are going to be desperate. Unless you're in a 10-team, 12-team league,
sure,
you're probably desperate right now with some of the injuries that have gone down. If you're if you have the Bengals guys, you're all screwed. If you have one of those receivers, you may as well have an injury.
Yeah. I think running back wise too, and again, this is another guy I've been mentioning, but I think this is going to be the last week that you are going to be able to get him if he's still available, and that's Woody Marks. ESPN 11%, Sleeper 37%. He's taking over. I think we just saw him have his takeover of the Houston backfield. Snap count 56%, rush attempt 17. He had 2 touchdowns, 100 whatever it was, 19 yards. We mentioned this the last couple of weeks. He out-touched Chubb. He plays Baltimore this week too. So even if he doesn't go well, I promise you he's going to be fine this week because the Baltimore defense is giving up the most points to opposing running backs. So I still like Woody Marks here as a pickup if he's available to you.
And also when you're looking at pickups, it's not just about having pickups so you can play them. You need to acquire assets to eventually be trading. So pick up a Mark, someone with steam. And if I'm 3-1 or I'm 4-0 or something like that, right? I'm gonna try. I'll even if I don't need them, I'll pick one of those guys up, and if he has another good week, I'll ship him off immediately. I'm not gonna hold on to you found your diamond in the rough, and you hold them the entire year, and then they end up you don't make the trade that could have won you a title.
Yeah.
I say get these guys. And I see someone in the chat, Tyler, saying Rachaad White if Bucky is out. And I would say definitely. Like Rachaad White is like.
I try to give out names that you're not going to every single time you search it on Google, they're going to tell you. I know Rachaad White, but like those ones to me are the obvious. Like even like a Gainwell, he's 33% rostered. I personally think you guys all know I am not a Jalen. I think Jalen Warren is like the most overrated running back in this entire. It drives me nuts. We're not going to go on that, but he's not going to have much value when Warren comes back for whatever reason. There's some weird mirage that everyone has. Gainwell had 31.3 fantasy points against the Vikings defense. So I think this is someone too, if you do have a bye week, you know that, all right, if you're in maybe, a normal sized league, this is someone that even if you have to just drop him, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not. It's too early to be the end of the world unless you're like, unless you're an 0-4 squad. Like if you're an 0-4 squad, you got to get into desperation mode.
Sure.
I'd also say that, Warren, I like Warren, but I'm much like you. I don't like him that much. And he has popped up with injuries before. He's always seems to have a questionable tag or he's out or something like that attached to him. And I also don't think that I don't think that Rodgers is going to make him the guy that people think that he's necessarily going to be.
I don't think he's ever going to be the guy that anyone thinks.
Yeah, like you know what I mean? Like he's not going to be what James Conner was for them. Like that's not going to happen. So, yeah, man. I mean, it's week. These are the weeks where you could take advantage of someone in the trade market.
Sure.
But I'd also say if you like someone, just go get them now because it's only going to get less and less unless injuries happen as it goes on. Yeah.
Is there anyone you've you're cool with drop as far as like the dumping part of this segment? I think I just dropped I don't know, who was it today? I think I just dropped Shipley for something. Don't feel like you need to hang on to any of these extra running backs
I would say you can't play the not drop running back game unless it's like for example, I have Ryan Robinson Jr. I'm not dropping him.
No.
That's
a different, and that's I agree.
You have that type of handcuff. Even like a Justice Hill, I would not drop him. Derrick Henry is 31-32. You don't know. Mm-hmm. And it's too early to do that. And unless you're absolutely forced to with a bye week and you have to drop someone. Sure. I'm never a fan of dropping running backs this early in the year until your record dictates that you have to make it.
Right. Unless you're in a spot where you have you don't have another choice. You have so many injuries that you have to go a different direction, whatever it is. But I think too, a lot of times we're still in that spot where if you drafted the guys too, that you do believe in, if you can get by not dropping them yet, I'm okay with you keeping them, but just don't go too long with it. I do think I'm going to say something though, because I am someone that advocates for start your studs. If you have Chase and Higgins without a different quarterback, you do not need to, I don't think you need to start them, to be completely honest with you. It's bad.
No, I agree.
It's bad.
I agree.
Now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's sometimes the infatuation with you drafted someone they're going to be the diamond in the rough, as I like to say. Sometimes you need to cut bait. You're just going to end up doing more harm to your team. And also, I always say if there's value to their name and the same reason why you don't want to drop them is working in your brain, maybe try and trade them, get some value instead of putting them on the trade on the market, or just drop them and be prepared to try and get them back if you really like them that much. But at the end of the day, wins are most important. So if you're holding guys that could potentially hold you back from getting a W, I would never advise for that. The long game typically doesn't play out.
For sure. Before we answer some of the questions, we're brought to you by MyBookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on football and everything else. Their prop builder is second to none. Their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Easy deposit and lightning fast payouts. Still going to give out that Commanders missed the playoffs at +170. Head to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN or Smalls for a 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. That's mybookie.ag, promo code Smalls. We're also brought to you by Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. Since Novig is an exchange, you know you're getting some of the best prices in the market. Novig is available in 35 plus states. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. So let's go through a couple of these questions. This comes from City _ Chris. I think it is. Help. I'm looking at needing a QB for the next couple of weeks with Lamar injury. Dart is also available. I see producer Ryan pulled it up. He's got Tua, T-Law, Geno, kind of what you expect. Rat Dog, Darnold, Browning, Stroud, Flacco. Actually, it's crazy, but like if you're doing a 1 week plug and even like I don't hate Jaxson Dart here against the Saints if you need a plug and play for a week. The Saints
you have to go with the running quarterback.
You have to.
If you need someone, Dart just ran 52 yards he had on the ground
with a touchdown. Yeah.
With a TD. Like that could just be your week and you call it a day. Like
Dual
right
threat,
there.
And then go back to whatever. Go back to the well.
Like you're talking about these other dudes. You're talking like you could get 2 points out of those bums. Like
right.
if they go south in the wrong way, I think that if you have Dart available and he's there, you should go and get him. And depending on what your record is, like you don't know how long Lamar is going to be out. Like you don't know. You never know. Like if I'm not just thinking about this week, I'm thinking about future weeks as well. Like, who do you want? And to me, it's like, I'll take the kid that just ran for 52 yards on the ground and they're clearly running like an RPO. You know, he's not shy right now about getting the extra yardage. And you got to imagine without Nabers, they're going to have design runs on that goal line for him to score. So, like, I don't think there's even a question.
Sure.
I think Jaxson Dart is the guy to get there. I would go after him hard. If not there, you just look at matchups and who's the worst against the pass.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think this week, too, like, Stroud has a nice matchup against the Ravens. So that might be a direction that I look if you don't want to pick up Dart or he gets taken. My guy, Kobe Taylor, Max said Dak or Fields. Dak's playing out of his mind here. I'm here for Dak. I know you're gonna say Fields. But I think if you need someone for the rest of the season, I don't trust the Fields situation.
Oh no, I was not gonna say Fields. I think Fields is. I think Fields is like you're waiting to go into that blue tent. Like
he's begging for it.
He's a jet. All right, he jet.
Scares me.
Dak is to me locked and loaded with or without Lamb because they're going to be down by so much.
That's the thing. The defense, no matter what, they're going to get into a place where he is just scoring points.
Right. Like the Jets can play a gross game, but they'll score, but the score will be like 9-3 at the half. You don't want that. You want a team that's like giving up. You want the Cowboys down like 14-0 within the first quarter.
Yeah.
And then it's just like defense lets up. And then the guys I mentioned before, the Turpins of the world and all of them, like those guys are going to eat just because defenses are going to be playing a little soft just to kill some clock.
Yeah, for sure. We kind of mentioned the sleepers already. I'll skip over that. Ted Nam says, lost Nabers and Hill this weekend. That sucks. I'm sorry. That is that's a brutal situation. Who should I target in trades in the waiver wire? I was thinking McConkey. We kind of named some of the wide receivers. I do like Luminor as like another one if he's still available. Receiver wise, he was McConkey. I don't mind the McConkey. I don't mind the McConkey look. But I will say after watching McConkey and going back and seeing this question, I don't know what's going on with McConkey entirely.
I think Keenan Allen is going on with him.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem. I would try and target Keenan Allen, and maybe the person who has him is thinking like eventually this road's going to end because you don't really have a choice if you just lost Hill and Nabers. Like you need to look at guys, and I'm looking at guys that just get targets. I'm looking at target share, and if you have a high target count, even if you're underachieving, let me see, I think he just came up late, but like a Calvin Ridley or someone would have been someone that I would have targeted or something like that. Like just someone who's been shitting the bed apps, like, but they're going to be in there and they're going to be starting and they're kind of the de facto one.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, like even like a T-Mac, like maybe some of the younger guys, like, or if you, I don't know, like, I don't hate the idea of like Marvin Harrison. If like you can find someone, like if someone's really down, the owner's really down, you might be able to pull off a very nice little trade there and not get totally like screwed.
Or someone with the surplus. Like someone with the surplus, you can go and find like who has the receiver on their bench. Like, or maybe you try and target, say, go for Rashid Rice, or something like that. Or like go for Brian Thomas Jr. Try and get him while he's like, sucking ass.
Nico Collins while Houston looks bad. Like kind of names like that where it's like you were drafting him so high and then that's the type of guys I think I would target. Yeah, even like a guy I love is like a Jacoby Meyers, right? Jacoby Meyers is seeing a ton of targets every week. He hasn't had 2 great weeks back to back yet, but he's as safe as it gets. Like he's not, because I don't know what you have left on your team if you lost Hill and Nabers. Because I assume Nabers is your first round pick. I assume Hill wasn't your second round pick. Yeah. So, sounds like I don't know who you have to unload, but like you need to move if you lost those 2 dudes for sure. And it's also hard to answer that question without seeing the roster. Well, I'm saying what I would say is just based off not knowing. I don't think Hill is the second round pick. So whoever your second round pick is, you might have to dump that person off for like 2 Jacoby Meyers. Like 2 types of Jacoby Meyers people. Yeah. Okay. I see 8 Crazy Nights. I'm going to answer this question in the chat. Rye, if you want to click that for me. Should I trade Rome for Judkins straight up? 12-man redraft. He has CD, Ibuka, Rome. RBs are Genty, Dobbins, Pollard, and Mason. I mean, wait. Hold on. My brain is like trying to process this. I got it. Yeah. So he has Rome, and he's seeing if he could get Judkins to help out his I guess running back core. I think your running back room is fine. I'm not making that deal. I'm not trading. Yeah, I'm not doing that either, especially with CD, not knowing the state of CD. And JMO is too spiky for me. I think I'm leaving that as is, especially with the way that Rome has been playing. And also, don't forget who Rome is. Like, he was regarded as potentially like the pick that Nabers was. Like, people had him that high at some point. So, and he wasn't. He didn't end up doing that. But he's a very talented receiver. And I would imagine if he didn't have Caleb last year, like, he probably would have had a pretty standout year. I'm keeping Rome, no doubt. And also Judkins, like, he's fine, but like, I think if you trade Rome and someone else, you can get a bigger running back that like, you put that guy next to Genty. I think with the way Mason looks too, and with them having quarterback issues, I'm probably just staying away from that, because I think you're okay with where you're at as far as Genty looking good last week. Like, you got to give him a second too. Yeah. Tyler asking, should I try to Trey Tucker for Tolbert? I have Lamb. I wouldn't Tucker on Raiders. I wouldn't drop Trey Tucker. That's me. No, he's fine in the end zone. He's doing too well, unfortunately. Yeah. All right. I think let me answer one more that got submitted, and before we wrap up, and I'll let you get out of here. Drabo asked, pick 3. Chase, Deebo, Flowers, and QJ. That's a hard one. Pick 3. But I think I know what QJ and Deebo are probably definitely the picks for me, and you have to go Chase just off of where you drafted him. So Flowers right now, you just don't know what that production. We don't know what's going on with the Ravens in general. So like you don't know what that's going to be. Andrews' target share has gone up like the last 2 weeks. I think he had 7 receptions this week, and obviously he had the monster week the week before after only getting about 2 points the first 2 weeks total. So I think that, Flowers could catch a 70-yard touchdown, like on a screen. Yeah. But Chase could also, I don't care if his quarterback's Browning. I don't care if it's Tommy DeVito. I don't care if it's Daniel Jones. Chase could score 50 points. Right, at any point. Yeah, for sure. So. Absolutely.
Entire week by himself. You never sit that guy.
Yeah. What's new with you? What's going on? Like, tell people where they can, like, do you have any, what are you doing right now? Anything that they can
What am I doing right now?
TikTok, being a dad.
Yeah, being a dad, TikTok, doing well, do my nostalgia stuff over there.
Good stuff.
Yeah, no, I think it's pretty good. It's wholesome content. It's very much not my Twitter. But right now I'm just kind of settling into the fact that I don't have baseball anymore. Getting excited to watch, the Giants actually in good faith on Sundays, and just being a dad, working a ton, just making content for people and making it for myself. And that's really it, man. I mean, I'm pretty simple guy with a lot
good
going
stuff.
on.
It's good stuff, honestly.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Everyone make sure you follow him across socials, and we'll have to get you back on soon. Nicky, everyone loves when you come on.
Thank you. I love being here. It's fantastic.
You're the best. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
See ya. Underdog is also a great place to play fantasy pick'em. Pick'em is where you can win up to 500x your entry. Simply pick higher or lower on your favorite players' stats. I am like crushing these and no one cares. So I'm going to hold off because I am going to do Thursday night football props rapid fire with producer Ryan here in a second. Underdog does have a brand new offer though. So hang on to that. Use code SMALLS. And you can play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds. Rhythm is off to a great start in college football and the NFL. Rhythm has been doing really well for me here. Rhythm has introduced a leaderboard with weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type from any model you build, and you could get $1,000. Use promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm and use code SGPN25. And Rye's going to come on. I'm going to do need to speed rapid fire some Thursday night football. How's it going?
Good. I am sorry. I'm a little distracted. I wanted to ask you your opinion on this. Somebody on my dynasty league just proposed that I trade Kyler for a first round draft pick in 2026.
Goodbye. Bye, Kyler.
But it's a super flex league.
Oh, who else do you have?
I have Goff, Knicks, and Tua.
No, I don't know. I don't think does he?
The trade calculators don't back it up.
No, that doesn't make sense. I was just doing it because I know we're a little sensitive to the Kyler thing lately.
Yeah, I hate Kyler right now, and I'm happy to trade him, but I need more than a first round pick, right, guys? Yeah. Get in on the chat if you think I'm ridiculous for not doing that.
No, you need more than a first round pick. There's a 0% chance I would take that.
Yeah, I agree. Well,
thank
you. Thank you for backing me up. Okay, yes. So we want to talk props for Thursday night?
Yeah, I'm going to cap and yap really quick. There's not a ton of stuff out. I think there's so many injuries. There's a lot of stuff going on, but I found a couple that I do like. Brian Robinson Jr. over 15.5 rushing yards, minus 113. He's averaging 24 yards per game. He's gone over this actually every single game this season, which is usually when I would go to fade, but 15.5 is really nothing. Rhythm also likes it up at 16.5. And the Rams are allowing almost 99 yards per game on the ground. I also like Kyren Williams. I'm going to go the attempts route, but I also like the longest. I also like his yards at 66.5. We just saw ETN eat them up 19 attempts, 124 yards with a long of 48. Kamara did something very similar earlier on. And the 49ers run D has actually been, middle of the pack, 17th in the league, allowing 115.5 yards per game. And Kyren has been going over this. I mean, he's gone over 68.5 in 2 games this season. 2 of them he didn't. And he landed at 66. So I feel pretty confident in this game, especially when, I don't know, these 2 defenses, we'll see what they do against each other. After that, I like Puka and Davante's longest receptions. Puka actually has not gone over his, though. So I don't feel as good about it. I like Davante's. It's only at 20.5. He's gone over that every single week by several yards, which brings me to the underdogs slip is going to be Bijan Robinson, higher 5.5 first half rush yards.
Brian Robinson.
What did I say?
Bijan.
Oh, sorry. Same, whatever. Brian Bijan. It's too many B's. There's too much going on.
Too
all
many
right.
B's. I get it.
Kyren Williams, higher, 60.5 rush attempts. And Puka, higher, longest reception, 26.5. And that gets you 6.18x your money. Use code SMALLS. It'll get you some little bonus action. But that's what I like for Thursday. I don't know if you looked at anything. If not, we can just move forward.
I am curious. So I'm not seeing yardage for him because he's still banged up. But it looks like Ricky Pearsall might not play.
Yeah, I know.
And
I want to see what the tight end situation is on both sides because both of these teams seem to have a little weakness there, but continue.
I was going to say Jauan Jennings left the game with a rib injury, but he came back.
Okay.
And I'm not seeing receiving yards for him yet, but potentially anytime TD score plus 200.
Okay. I like it.
Could be something to look at. I don't know. Jauan Jennings, maybe in fantasy too, might be something you look at. Maybe put him in an underdog slip if they have him up. You know,
I like it. Who is there? I don't even know who their other. I need to look at their tight end numbers, but it didn't seem like there was a lot of stuff up yet because it seemed like the Rams, and my sticky is not here that has all the numbers on it, which would have been useful, but it seems like they are giving up a little bit to the tight end position from when I looked at when I went back.
Well, I'm not seeing numbers for him, but
I think they're just waiting to see what the quarterback situation is.
Jake Tongas.
Oh yes, is he a tight end?
He's a tight end, and anytime touchdown is plus 400 for him.
I like that quite a bit.
It's a little juicy. It's a little juicy.
Pretty fun there. Anything else for Thursday Night Football, or you want to do extra whole? Oh, we got to talk Circa.
Yeah, we got to talk Circa. But before we talk Circa, quick game for you. Quick game. Now, both you and I admitted that we do not know any Bad Bunny songs.
I don't even
or much about Bad Bunny in general, but he is our halftime performer.
I was just about to say, David, I was going to say that. This is how I beat the Latina allegations. I don't know.
There you go. So I looked up so originally I was thinking I'd make up Bad Bunny songs and you would have to guess the real one or the fake one. Okay. But all of his songs are in Spanish. Okay. Or all his song titles are Spanish.
So my question is, why isn't his name in Spanish?
You know what? That is a good.
Malo, I think Malo is it?
Yeah, Sam is saying, "What's a Bad Bunny?" Right, you're right on track, Sam.
I'm thinking of that evil Easter bunny that they goes in kids' nightmares. You know?
You're talking about the bunny from Donnie Darko movie.
I don't know. That's probably what I'm talking about, though. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. What's the game?
Here's the game. Then I mixed it up. So. Bad Bunny or other halftime performer who's already performed. These are trivia questions.
Okay.
I'm going to give you an either or. Here we go.
Okay.
Who dressed as Shrek for an SNL sketch? Was it Justin Timberlake or Bad Bunny?
Justin Timberlake.
B, Bad Bunny. He dressed as Shrek.
Who is this character?
Please don't destroy.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay.
What is Bad Bunny? Okay.
Which performer is rumored to owe $50 million in gambling losses to MGM resorts? Bruno Mars or Bad Bunny?
Bruno Mars.
Good one.
Yeah.
You knew that one because it's gambling.
I am not a Bruno Mars fan at all.
Oh.
I find his songs fucking annoying.
Well, there you go. So that also puts aside the rumors that you are Polynesian. Okay. Who appeared in a Fast and Furious movie, Rihanna or Bad Bunny?
I hope it's going to be Bad Bunny, isn't it?
No, it's Rihanna.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, last one.
I suck at these. Who the fuck is Bad Bunny? Conejo, what is it? Malo? How do you say rabbit? Conejo? I don't know. It's been a while.
I don't even know what you're about.
I'm trying to say Bad Bunny in Spanish. I think it's Conejo Malo or Ma. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what bunny is in Spanish. I know what Malo. Okay. Who has the record for most outfit changes in a single concert? Bad Bunny or Beyonce?
Oh, It's gotta be Beyonce, right?
It's Beyonce. Look at that. You got
Hell
one.
yeah.
All right. That's what I got for the Bad Bunny trivia
It's great
segment.
stuff.
Okay. Early lines that I like for our Circa Millions picks.
Yes. We went 4
anyone?
and 1 last week. Very good. And we did, I showed you, it seems like there is a spot for us to jump in because I don't think we were the only ones not doing well the first couple weeks.
Right. I saw the first week it said most popular picks went 0 and 5.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. I guess that's pretty good that we went 2 and 3 in week.
Yeah. I'm actually impressed.
There we go. So maybe we're not completely off the map here. So one we've already texted each other about Giants plus 1.5 versus Saints. No, wait. What did I say? Oh,
no.
That's not
no. We're talking about
I
the
wrote
Cowboys
that down wrong.
Jets. Cowboys minus 2.5. I don't think the Jets.
I thought you texted me about the Giants line. Okay,
no,
never mind.
And I don't like the Giants.
Okay,
I think the Giants lose. I think the Giants lose.
Okay. Let's go.
But maybe you might be able to convince me. I like the Cowboys minus 2.5. I don't think that the Jets can keep up scoring with Dak.
That's fair. Okay. Yeah, I do like that. Pickens looked really good.
Yeah.
On Monday night. So
I just don't think they can keep up.
Yeah, what's the Jets defense really like though? I mean, I guess they let Miami score all over them.
Yeah, I feel that's like all I really need to know.
Okay. All right. I like that. Cowboys.
That's one that I like. What else do you like?
Oh, it just feels dirty.
It feels like, yeah, it does.
I was looking. Okay. You already shot it down, but Giants plus 2.5 versus the Saints.
That line flop. Like, oh my God. Jesus.
Swapped. I just don't understand that line, I guess.
Exactly. That's why we have to take the Saints.
Maybe that's a stay away. Maybe that's a stay away.
We'll stay away.
Okay. Another stay away because I just don't. Okay, this has already moved from Titans plus 9.5 to Titans plus 7.5 versus the Cards.
Okay. What are you thinking?
I was thinking that's a stay away.
Yeah, I think we stay away from that.
Because the Titans look horrible, but I don't think the Cardinals can outscore anybody by that margin. They've let both the Panthers and the Saints climb back in for backdoor covers, and they almost won too. So
there's just too much like going on. Like the Titans are like I don't know that you can confidently pick them at any point until we get some type of change there, whether that's Callahan getting fired or whatever it is.
Yeah. Okay. Lions minus 10 versus Bengals.
It's just like such an absurd spread, but the Bengals suck ass. So like I'm fine with it.
And the Lions look awesome.
Yeah. There's no reason that I'm cool with that.
Okay,
also, the thing I like about the Lions, if you're going to take a larger spread like this, is Dan Campbell such a fucking psycho that he doesn't take people out of the game. So I'm not worried about whereas like the Bills, I could see sitting people and then you get a backdoor cover and then like you're frustrated. You know what I mean? Like the Lions don't do that. They just keep their foot on the gas.
Yes. And interesting that you mentioned the Bills because I wanted to bring up that game. Bills, Patriots. Yeah. The line right now. Patriots plus 8.5.
I like it.
I like it. I really like it because I think
Nate and I talked about it a little bit too. The Bills are because they're gonna end up getting caught this way doing that because they're kind of like playing and then they're like I feel like they're like almost not starting to like pick up the game until the end and then I don't know.
I think that the Patriots are looking better and Drake May's numbers the last 3 weeks have been much better. And they finally started getting Diggs involved. He had over 100 yards.
I did see that.
I digged it. So I like the Patriots here. It's the Patriots on the road, sure. In Buffalo, that's tough. But Buffalo their defense just seems to be a sieve right now.
Yeah. Other one I'll bring up since I've been going against them nonstop. Like, I guess I don't fucking hate the Colts this week. Like at home, 6.5 against the Raiders. I don't know what the Raiders are doing. The Colts are unfortunately just making shit happen right now.
Yeah, that's one that, gosh, I still don't know why I'm not bought into the Colts.
I'm definitely not.
The Raiders offensive line is
out. If this was
the Raiders offensive line is horrible.
So bad.
I mean, absolutely horrible. Geno, but every once in a while you get like 3 bad Geno games and then you get a good Geno game. I don't think they're going to win, but
you have to stay away, right?
I worry that they cover because of that.
I don't hate. I mean, the problem is Cooper Rush would get the start, so that kind of goes against my. I don't know. That game might be a stay away. They're both these teams really need this win here. Texans, like, it's kind of a get right spot with the way that the Ravens defense and there is in shambles, but I don't really want to go against my first start of the season for a quarterback thing because it seems to be working very well once again this season.
Yeah, I'm going to say stay away from that because I don't feel good about betting the Ravens, even though the Ravens home underdog record must be interesting. I mean, we got to look at that, but
yeah,
for them to be plus 1.5 at home, a couple more I just want to throw out there. Chiefs versus Jags. Chiefs giving up 3.5 points. Jags are not great against the pass as they are the run. They've given up quite a few yards passing and quite a few touchdowns, and the Chiefs cannot run the ball. Like the Baltimore had given up the most touchdowns to a running back going into the Chiefs game, and Chiefs just threw all over them. Xavier Worthy looks awesome.
Yeah.
Something
That's one to think about. It's one to think about. I'm not so scared about primetime games the way I was like in the beginning of this process. I actually don't think you need to stay away from them. Like, because we would have taken the Broncos probably over the Titans had we been like, let's not take primetime games type thing last week. You know what I mean? Because we both liked the Broncos a lot. But we didn't want to take the primetime game. So I don't think
we were scared by that line. We let the big line scare us too.
That's true. That's true. We got little pussyfoot or whatever the hell people say.
Pussyfoot. That's what the kids are saying. Pussyfoot. All right. What do you think about Chargers -3 versus Commanders?
You know me. I will bet against the fucking Commanders every goddamn week.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced, especially if Jaden doesn't play.
LA coming off a really surprising loss to your Giants. I feel like Harbaugh is going to use this as a bounce.
Just that O-line is in a bad spot. But again, I don't think the Commanders are like that strong defensively that it scares me.
The O-line is in a bad spot, but O'Marion's just running all over the place.
Right. Yeah, I don't hate that either. So I think we're lean. I just shouldn't use that word. We don't use that word on this network. We're looking at Pats, Chargers, Lions, Cowgirls, maybe Chiefs situation going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And last one I'll just throw out there, and then we'll be done. I just want to talk about it. Vikings at Browns. Browns plus 3.5.
I don't like it.
Don't like it?
That game's spooking me out because
it's also it's also overseas. So
the reason why I don't like this game is I don't like Flacco. Although I saw David said that they might start Gabriel. If they do that, I'm in on taking the Browns.
Okay. Yeah. We'll keep
but
that.
I think the Vikings defense will fuck Flacco's world up.
Yeah.
He looks old.
I mean, they didn't fuck up Rodgers' world though.
They're not the same level of old, in my opinion.
No, I mean that's fair. That's fair.
They're different. There's layers to this shit.
Yeah. And you know what? It's a London game. We should probably just stay away from the overseas games anyway. We learned our lesson with the Chiefs Chargers in week 1.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. That's all I got.
Got anything else? Nope, that's it. We'll be back on Thursday with our dear friend Brad Thomas. Like, rate, review, subscribe, and we will catch you guys then for the props episode.
Stephie Smalls Show, sports gambling. Play some bets on winners and catastrophe. If you want to know where to put the money, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday is the place to be.